Okay, let's go. Let me help you with the fourth assignment. It has 10 questions. The first one, is it true or false? Mean and average are the same. Okay, so we say in math, when we say mean and average, they are actually the same thing. Mean is the same as average in the mathematical language. They are the same thing. So this is true. This is true. And second, to find the mean of two numbers, you should add them up and then divide by 2. Is it true or false? So when we say let's find out the mean or let's find out the average. Remember, they are the same, average. So to understand that, think of like you have some candies and your friends have some candies, and we put things together and then equally divide among everyone. So that's the meaning of average or mean. So if you have two numbers, first we put them together. By put them together, we mean add up. So add up, then equally divide among the two numbers, or think if you have two friends, then equally divide all the candies among the two friends. So yes, to find the mean of two numbers, you should add them up, then divide by 2. That's true. Next one. True or false? To find the mean of three numbers, you should add them up and then divide by 3. So I think you can see from the question, the previous question, if we have three things, we put the three things together and then divide by 3. It's all depending on how many numbers you have. Like if you have 3 friends, then you equally divide among 3 friends. If you have 5 friends, you equally divide among 5 friends. If you have 10 friends, then you equally divide by 10. So if you have 3 numbers, add them up and then divide by 3. That will give you the mean or average. And this is true. Next, which one is the mean of 10 and 20? So we just learned that if we have a 10, that's one number, and 20. So just imagine you have 10 candies and your friend, Bob, he has 20 candies. So to find the mean, we put all the candies together, we add them up. Then we have 30 candies, right? Then we equally divide the 30 candies among you and Bob, the two friends. Then we should have 30 candies divided among 2 friends, and that will be 15 candies for each of you. And that's a mean, which is 15. So to find the mean, add things up, then equally divide among everyone. Next, what is the mean of 50 and 100? So again, we have two numbers. Let's imagine this time it's Bob has 50 candies and Sally has 100 candies. So let's first put all the candies together, 150, right? And then we equally divide among the 2 friends. Divide among Bob and Sally, that's 2 friends. So that's gonna be 150 candies, equally divide among 2 friends. And what is that? Let's use the calculator. And oh yes, let's pause for a moment. Pause the video for a moment and hit the subscribe button. Let's subscribe, okay? Subscribe. And let's go to the calculator. So we say we have 150 candies and equally divided among 2 students. That's 75 for each of them. 75 for each of them. So the mean of 50 and 100 is 75. So when you add them up, you have to equally divide among the 2 friends. Next, true or false, mean absolute deviation is the same as mean. Uh-huh. So that's an interesting question, right? So think about the example that we did. Let's say Bob in two tests. Bob got 70 and 70, while Sally in the two tests, Sally got 140. Okay, in this case, we say the mean. The mean, let's write down the mean. For Bob is if we put 70 and 70, we put them together as 140, then equally divide among two tests. The mean for Bob is 70. And the mean for Sally is also 100 plus 40, that's 140, then equally divide among two tests. And also give you 70. So we know that for Bob and Sally, they will receive the same average grade. Then we ask, are they performing the same? I hope you still remember that. And that involves mean absolute deviation. Deviation. And to find the mean absolute deviation, we are actually comparing the actual grades to the mean grades, to the average. So if you look at Bob, you will see his actual grades, the red ones, they are the same as the mean. There's no difference. There's no difference. So we say for Bob, his mean absolute deviation is a 0. Well, for Sally, as you can see here, in the first test, she got 30 points more than 70, more than the mean. And in the second test, she got 30 points less than the mean. So sometimes Sally got higher than the mean, sometimes she got lower than the mean. And there's difference between her actual grades and the mean. And we say in this case, this difference, we can see the difference is 30 points. And we say for Sally, the mean absolute deviation is 30. So mean absolute deviation is the result by comparing the actual grades with the mean. Therefore, to this question, mean absolute deviation is not the same. It's not the same. This is false. Next, true or false? If Bob scored 70 and 70 in two tests and Sally scored 140, they both will have the same average grade. They both will have the same average grade. So take a look here. If for Bob, he got 70 and 70, and his mean, to find out the mean, we will put things together. So 70 plus 70, and then equally divide among two tests. And that will be 140 divided by two tests. That will be 70. And for Sally, she got 140, right? And the mean for Sally will be 140 put together and then divide among two tests. And that will be 140 divided by 2. That will be 70. So yes, they both will have the same mean or average grade. They will receive a 70. So this one, they will have the same. This is true. If Bob scores 70 and 70, what will be the mean absolute deviation of Bob? So like what we did for Bob, as we can see here, after we have the mean, we compare the mean with Bob's average grade, and we can see there's no difference. The difference is 0. So in the two tests, he got 70 and 70, and his mean is a 70, right? And the difference you can see the difference is 0 for the first test, and the difference is 0 for the second test. And therefore, we can conclude the MAD, the mean absolute deviation, the MAD is the average, the mean of the two differences. Okay, so here we are actually looking for the mean of the two differences. So the mean of the two differences is 0 plus 0, then divided by 2 tests. And that's still gonna be a 0. So the mean absolute deviation for Bob is 0. It's 0. And next, let's do Sally. So Sally, she got 140. And we know her mean is 70. And next, let's find out the difference between her actual grade and the mean. Here we can see this one, the difference is 30. She got 30 points higher. And this one, the difference is also 30. She got 30 points lower. You know, we don't care about she's higher or lower. We only care about the difference. So in each test, the difference is 30 points. The difference is 30 points. And then the MAD is the mean of the two differences. So therefore, we should put the two differences together and then equally divide among two events, two tests. And that's going to be 60 divided by 2. That's going to be 30. So for Sally, the mean absolute deviation is 30. And last one, we are dealing with the last question. So find the mean or average of these numbers 3, 5, 7, 9, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is just testing how well you are good at finding the mean. So just remember to find the mean, average, put things together and then equally divide among everyone. Okay, put things together. So 3, 5, 7, 9, we should put them together. 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. This is put things together. And then let's equally divide among everyone. What do you mean everyone? So we have 4 numbers, right? So we should divide by 4. So you can imagine like each number is a friend. It's a student. So this student has 3 candies. This one has 5 candies, and this student has 7 candies, and the 4th student has 9 candies. So we equally divide among 4 students. And that will give us, this is 8, this is 16, so the sum is 24, and divide by 4, then we have the result is 6. So the average of these numbers is 6. And that's our answer. And okay, and let's pause a moment and hit the subscribe button. Let's hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, everyone.